What's going on, YouTube? Scott Lett here, owner of Iron City Power Washing. I'm headed to a small house wash, and it's a good little drive away, about 30 minutes from my house, a little bit outside of my territory, but it's for a friend of mine who's a realtor, and she does send us a good bit of work, so I'm going to honor that relationship and go out here and wash it. I'm going to try to upsell the driveway. I could do the driveway in about 30 minutes, make an additional 150, 200 bucks. So I'm gonna see if I can make that upsell. And then we're gonna be headed out to UAB soccer stadium. We're cleaning all their bleachers and all their concrete right now. Hopefully we'll finish that job probably today or tomorrow. That's about I think it's $10,000 job. But I want to talk about picking and choosing your battles. So I know there's a lot of guys out there who are just getting started, who watch my channel. You know, you just got to be very careful about the jobs that you take on. Okay, I know I encourage you guys to try to get as much work as you can, but there are certain situations where you may just have to say no. If the risk and the reward's not there, and I think a lot of you guys have enough common sense to realize when you're in that situation. For example, I just went to a church, and it was a section of the church that used to be outside, and it was super dirty. And before cleaning this area, they went ahead and closed in that section of the church. So that dirty wall is now inside the church, and there's carpet, there's brick, and then I asked the guy who called me, I said, hey man, do you know where the water goes? He didn't know. So there's too many things that could go wrong in that scenario. I mean, spraying chemicals and water and not knowing where the water goes. He was like, well, could you not lay down some tarps, you know, ways to prevent water from, you know, getting all over the place essentially. And I was like, man, it doesn't matter how many tarps you put down, how many blankets you put down, towels, water's gonna find the holes. Water's going, especially when you're pushing as much water as we push out of our machines. So, and it wasn't a very big job. You know, now if it was like a $40,000 job and that was kind of part of the job, I would maybe make an exception, try to figure something out. But since it was such a small job, the reward compared to the amount of risk just wasn't there. So I just kindly told him, I said, hey man, there's just too much liability here. But I shared with him how they could do it in-house. Since it's their building, they own it. They give their crew to do it. So, so yeah, guys, don't take on every job. If there's something there that you could potentially damage, just pass. You know, think about it, try to make it work. But if you don't feel comfortable, what I've learned is just go with your gut and go with your instinct, and that's usually right most of the time. So, all right guys, see you out here at the soft wash here in a little bit. All right guys, I'm here at the job. This is the house, not very big, most of it, or a lot of it's brick, but customers already tried to rush me to how long is it gonna take, this and that. I just had to kindly explain to her, look, if you want this done right, you're gonna have to let me work at my pace. Let me do a walk around. She wanted me to start in the back, which is fine. But I showed her this oxidation, and there's, I mean, look at that. A lot of oxidation there. This house is just in bad shape. It's an older home. There's spots where some of the vinyl is just broken, damaged.
You guys do stuff like that, I show you.
Soft washing all of this. A lot of damage there, so I like to just walk around initially, first thing, and just see what has been damaged. This house is like the gate won't even open. Squeeze my big tail through here, and I just point this out to the customer, you know, and then whatever property protection I need to do, I do it. So I'm gonna clean her driveway. I upsold that. And there's a little ring doorbell here I need to cover up. So I'll be covering that. So the point is, when you first get to a property, don't crank up and get started. Walk it out, see what's damaged, see what you need to show your customer. Explain to the customer your process. This is through a realtor, so I've never met this lady before. So took the time to explain to her how I soft wash her house. But now I'm about to crank up and get started. All right, guys, we are cranked up and we are applying soap here. Using the M5 twist. We've got 200 feet of high pressure hose here. Already gotten this section soaked. Already looking good. I'm using my 8 gallon per minute Pressure Pro, pulling about 1.5%. Got a Hydrol general pump downstream injector. But I'm about to get in here and get all this soft wash. All right, guys, so I'm on this side where all the oxidation is, so I'm putting it on fan. I'm not putting any pressure on this. We're just trying to get the mold, mildew, the dirt removed. That's why we're here. That's what we're getting paid for. I've explained to her that what oxidation is. Sorry, I'm not really good with the camera. Zoom out. There we go. Really got to set expectations, guys, with your customers. If you show up and start washing with a customer you've never spoken with before, they're not gonna know what's going on. You gotta take the time to explain to them what a soft wash is. As I asked her, I was like, "Do you know what I'm doing today?" And she said no. So all right, guys, just cover the Ring doorbell up. I'm already to the front. I've been here 20 minutes. I'm about to pre-treat this driveway and then soft wash the remainder of the house. So I'd say I'm about halfway finished already. Gonna make an extra 75 bucks because I'm a nice guy. This lady is super nice. She's kind of in a tough situation, so I decided to help her out today. All right, so it's gonna take me an additional 15 minutes to do this driveway, so. All right, let's get everything pre-treated and then we'll surface clean and give everything a good rinse and get out of here. Guys, I got here at 8:30, a little bit past 9:30, full house wash and driveway in an hour. She's super happy. She's already given my number to a few of her friends, her son. Everything turned out nice, so when you have an efficient system, guys, you can do jobs like this in an hour. Obviously, as the more you do these, the faster you get. Super happy. So $400 in an hour, I'm good with that, man. That's a good job. So, all right, well, let's pack up and head to UAB Soccer Stadium. Another thing I do, guys, I pack everything up and I leave my water running. And then that's the last thing that I pack up. So that way I can have some water at the next job. Anyways, very, very easy job. Happy customer. In and out in an hour. That's even with talking to her a little bit. A lot of oxidation there, but all right, guys, I'll see you at the soccer stadium here shortly. All right, guys, now we're back at the soccer stadium. We got my business partner cleaning the bleachers down there. I got another guy in the area who helps us on jobs. He does good work. He's got a really nice rig. We'll go look at it in a second. We've cleaned all of these sidewalks here. Those bleachers there. And our technician is down around the corner surface cleaning. So we're gonna be out here probably a couple more days. We've gotten those two sections done. And then that section, we still have all of this left here to do. So, and the catch is we can't use SH because they don't want any of the chemicals getting on the field. So that's slowing us down quite a bit, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do to make our customer happy. So, I'm parked over here. We're finishing up a little bit of concrete down there, and then we're gonna let our tanks fill up and then go join them over there on the bleacher side.